What's going on, everybody? I'm Terrence, and this is Bank Shipping. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hopefully everybody's having a good morning so far. If you ain't up, go ahead, get up, start that grind. We still waiting for the sun to come up, but it's all good. We got a load of king span. Picked it up yesterday, dropped off some truck body bids in Harrisonburg, came back, preloaded with king span, then I moved some more of those van trailers from the repair shop. So had a nice full day yesterday. This morning we got this king span is headed down to College Park, Maryland. Got an 8:30 appointment time, so just fueled up, stopped and got me some coffee. So now we're about to hit the road. So I'll see y'all down there in College Park. All right, so hit a little bit of traffic coming down the road this morning, more than what's normally expected. There was an accident on Route 7, so that put us about an hour, like 50 minutes behind. And because it put me behind, there was another truck here, so I had to wait for him to unload. And it was actually another guy from Kingspan, one of the older guys that runs out of there. And he told me that this job site is jacked up. So you had to go around and spin a U-turn and back into a little alleyway where they're going to crane unload you. But I backed in, they're like, oh, hey, it's a dump truck that needs to get out. So I had to pull out. So here we are again, going around the same little loop. And we'll try it again. So we're down here in College Park, so it's kind of tight. Cars all over the place. You know, the University of Maryland is right down the street. So cars, people, just everything all over the place. But we'll see if we can get her in there again. Make matters better, I did lift my axle up on the trailer just because I had to make that U-turn. So I didn't want to be scrubbing up my tires and everything. So I lifted that up, so it makes it a little bit better, but not much. I'm just going to ride in the center of the lane here. I don't really care who gets mad, but it's a tight right turn that I got to make. So it's not this light, but the next one. So that way nobody gets beside me and I have to wait to be able to swing out. I'm just going to ride in the center right here. You know, people get mad, but you got to do what you got to do, you know, especially when you're driving something bigger. It's not like I can just whip in there like I was in a car. You know, if they get impatient, they get impatient. It's all part of business. But I would rather protect my lanes. You know, as you see, I'm straddling both. You know, I don't know if you can really see out the mirror, but I'm protecting my right lane because that's where I'm turning from. But I don't want anybody to sneak into the right lane while I'm trying to turn. So, you know, I straddle both of them. I'll throw my blinker light on and hopefully they respect that. I'll move over a little bit, try to protect the right as much as I can, but I don't know how much I can to make this turn. See, like that, somebody was already trying to sneak past me. They got all these low-hanging trees too, just hoping I don't lose an antenna. So that little opening in the fence is where we gotta go. So I'll try to hug this right side here. Get my trailer pointed in that direction. Some of these guys act like they don't want to. Can you move out the way? Some people are just plain ignorant till I run over top of them. Like that, we're here. Oh, I tell you, let's get this stuff unstrapped so we can get out of here. at the yard. It's Friday. Done for the week. Got us a nice little 53-foot load. Ugly. Can't stand these 53-foot loads. 53-foot loads. I just think they look ugly. Got the hood up on the old girl. Doing a post trip, post week, all that good stuff. Making sure everything's good for Monday morning. This load goes to Quantico military base. Had to fill out a crap ton of paperwork to get on this base. But it goes Monday, then we come back and get another, then another, then another. I got 4 loads all together that go to Quantico next week. 1 a day. I was hoping that I could turn like 2 a day and get them knocked out. But I guess the way the job site is, they only want 1 truckload a day. So 1 a day it is. So I got next week all booked up, going back to College Park next Friday. At least now I know what to expect. What a mess that was. But yeah, so got next week booked up. Don't really know how much filming I'm going to be able to do next week since I'll be on Quantico. They are very, very, very strict about photography in that place. So I'll try to get something out so you guys don't miss me too much. But yeah, man, it's the end of the week. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope y'all enjoyed the past couple videos I've been posting. Shout outs to all my subscribers, everybody that likes the video, all that. This channel wouldn't be what it is without y'all. But before I go, I know y'all probably like, well, he's not talking about nothing that he said on the little thumbnail. Clickbait. No, it's not clickbait. I'm gonna talk about it right now. Y'all know how I like to leave it to the end, leave everything out there, and then tell y'all goodbye. So if you saw the title and you clicked on this video, I say, should you move from Hotshot to a semi? Well, it's a loaded question, and I'm gonna give you my opinion on what the biggest thing is that you need to understand if you're thinking about going from Hotshot to a semi, okay? And that is, don't do it just because everybody else is. Don't do it just because you see everybody else doing it. You think, oh, hey, everybody's going to a semi, so it must be more money in having a semi. You can make more money having a semi. So I'll get out of my pickup and gooseneck and I'll go get me a semi, whether that be a single axle like what I got or a whole tandem. But I'm here to tell you, don't let that get you in trouble. Just like a lot of people watch YouTube, see on social media, hotshots make a lot of money, man. These guys talking about making $15,000 a week, $20,000 a week, $10,000 a week. Hell, I'm only making $15 an hour. I'm gonna go be a hotshot. Then you go out and you become a hotshot, and then your business fails because you didn't do no research or didn't listen to what nobody else was talking about. You just heard the dollar signs. That's all you saw. You heard everybody talking about the money, so you decided to jump into it. Well, I'm telling you, don't do that with a semi. You gotta remember, when you jump into a semi, there are a lot of things that you gotta remember. One being, it is a bigger vehicle. It's not a pickup truck and a gooseneck. It is a bigger vehicle. If you go a full tandem, you're going from grossing 40,000 pounds with some of these newer pickup trucks to 80. You're doubling your gross weight. So that's a lot more vehicle to handle. Some people may not be able to handle that. If you have restrictions on your CDL, you got to remember, you got to go get that stuff off. There's a lot more costs that come with running a semi. Now, yes, certain things are relative. Like for me, I have an older semi, so things aren't as expensive. There's no computer, no nothing like that, so things aren't as expensive as what it could be. it's kind of relative to what my pickup truck is. Now, I've had some major breakdowns that's cost me some big amount of money, but I had the same thing with my pickup. So it's really not much of a difference between my pickup and my older semi. Now, some of you guys like to go out and you buy brand new stuff. Guys get into the business, they buy a brand new pickup truck and a brand new trailer. Well, you come out and you buy a brand new semi and a brand new trailer. Instead of being in it $100,000, you're gonna be in it $250,000 or better. Because some of these semis out here are $150,000, $180,000 brand new. And then with the price increases, trailers, they're $70,000 and up brand new. That's if you get one spec'd out to your liking. So things are more expensive on this side. You gross more weight, it's more taxes you gotta pay. A lot of you guys in Hotshot, you aren't paying heavy highway use tax, heavy road use tax. You're not paying that because you're not grossed over the threshold. So you don't have to worry about that. You come to a semi, that's something that you're gonna have to worry about. There's some little hidden fees in there when you gross over a certain weight. So you gotta remember that. Don't let what other people do make your decision. You know, if you gotta ask yourself, if you're thinking about jumping from Hotshot to semi, you gotta ask yourself, why are you doing it? If your answer is, oh, well, I have a customer that has some heavier loads or some longer loads, something similar to my situation, cool. If your answer is, well, I was planning on moving up to a semi, I just got in the Hotshot to get my business started, similar to my situation, cool. If your answer to the question why is because everybody else is doing it, so it must be more money in it, don't do it. Now, you guys know I don't ever hardly tell y'all what to do and what not to do. I just give advice, and hopefully you take it with a grain of salt and you follow it or you don't follow it. It don't matter. I'm just here to give advice. But this is one piece of advice that I hope you guys listen to if this, what I'm talking about, pertains to you. Okay? Don't get yourself in a situation jumping into a semi because you think that it's going to be more money. Because let me tell you, some of these guys out here running Hotshot, they jump into a semi with the same Hotshot mentality, but bring it into the semi world, it ain't gonna work. It's just not. That whole mentality of I can run this for cheaper than the next guy because this, it ain't gonna work. It's harder up here. You know, semis have been around for a long time. It's a bigger market than what Hotshot is. You think Hotshot is big? Jump into a semi. It's a bigger market. More people to compete against. More people that's gonna undercut you. So before you think about jumping into a semi, make sure you got your ducks in order. That's all I'm trying to tell you. I'm not trying to tell y'all not to jump into a semi, because if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. I'm just telling y'all, be careful. Just like I tell you with getting in the Hotshot, be careful. Invest wisely. Spend wisely. Think about what you're doing. Have a plan. Have a plan. Have a plan for what you are going to do. And if you move from Hotshot to semi, have a plan for what you're going to do when you get in the semi. Have some knowledge of semis. Don't just jump into a semi because it's the cool thing to do or everybody else is doing it when you have no knowledge whatsoever of semis. Get to know your motors, get to know your transmissions, get to know your manufacturers, get to know all that stuff, get to know your rear end ratios, your transmission, how many gears, what are you going to do? All that goes into a semi. Now, if you go out and you get an automatic, you don't have to worry about your gears because it's an automatic, but you still need to worry about your rears. Because if you're pulling heavy, you might want a lower gear ratio. If you're not pulling as heavy, you want to go higher. Those are things that you got to think about, not just jumping in because you think you're going to make more money. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it right there. Hopefully you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, stay prayed up, grind hard, and stay humble.